Yo, yo, what's good? TikTok, YouTube. This is the JR Love Show. Welcome, 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 you guys. So, today, again, why are you single? So, can anybody answer the question as to why you are single? I might not have the music today. So, welcome, welcome, everybody. This is the JR Love Show. We here every day. Come check us out. We're here to talk about relationships today. And why are you single? We talked a little bit about it yesterday. We're gonna bring in some people today to kind of talk about it. Um, but the question is, why are you single? Yesterday we went over how a lot of people don't have God, right? But they want to find love when they don't realize that God is equal to love, right? So if God is love and y'all lacking God, but y'all looking for love, you feel me? Welcome everybody. Welcome. So, like I was saying, so we talking about relationships. Like, why are y'all single? That's the question of the day. Why are y'all single? Can y'all give me some answers? Why is everybody single? We trying to get to the bottom of this. We're gonna bring some people in. We're gonna talk about relationships today. But the main question on the table is, why are you single? You know, and if you guys don't know me, I'm a gospel rapper. Um, I'm also a comedian, but we're getting down to some serious business here first before I entertain. You know what I'm saying? We trying to bring people back together to our goal, and our goal is togetherness. You know what I'm saying? We've been trying to do everything alone. We've been trying to live alone, live our lives alone. You know what I'm saying? And it's taking us out of our way of togetherness, because now we just sitting up in the house by ourselves. You know what I mean? A lot of entertainers, a lot of people, they have these $20,000, 20,000 square foot mansions and stuff, but they're in there by themselves. You know what I'm saying? They're in there lonely all day. You know what I'm saying? When they could be among family, among friends. But since they alienated everybody, since they isolated themselves, you know what I mean? Now they live in an empty house. Yeah, you got 20,000 square feet, but you in there by yourself, no friends, no family. You know what I mean? So I'm preaching togetherness because we're losing as a people. The average income in America is what? 50, $53,000. But women want men that's making over 100,000. But the average, that means everybody, the national average. We're not talking about any race. We're not talking about ethnicity. We're just talking about people. The average people across the board in America make $53,000 a year. Where is all this money coming from that y'all looking for that's stopping us from having these relationships that are successful? That's why when people start getting money and they got a lot of options, y'all looking at them crazy. But this is what y'all want. Y'all want a transactional relationship. So since it's a transactional relationship, you know what I'm saying, then it's difficult for y'all to find somebody worth giving a damn. You feel me? So right now I'm about to bring in some guests, on the show. Um, apologize, there's no music tonight. Um, well, we'll be later. So I will do be for music later. But right now there's no music. I'm gonna get straight into it. I apologize for you know, um the fireworks and any noise that you hear. You know what I'm saying? I am in the hood. But yeah, let me go ahead and bring in these guests. We have two ladies coming on the show, and they're basically going to give us some insight on what the issues are in the dating world today from their point of view. All right, I'm bringing y'all in. So yeah, we got a different perspective here. So you guys want to introduce yourselves? Hello, y'all hear me?
Yeah, we're here. We're here.
So you are?
So when you say introduction, like what are you asking? Like
your name.
Oh, hi everyone. I'm Crystal. Hi everyone. I'm Lily.
Okay, so we got Crystal and Lily here. So the question is, well, across the board, why is the world, most people in the world single? What do you think the issues are in the dating game today that's keeping everybody single?
Okay, so I'll start off with my perspective. Well, I feel like single, the word single is kind of used in a negative connotation, which it doesn't have to be. Being single does not have to be a negative thing. It does not have to be frowned upon. It does not have to be a bad thing, right? So when you say being single, I feel like it shouldn't be looked at in a negative way, right? Some people choose to be single, and some people just want to get to know themselves. Like, how can you be in a relationship when you don't even know yourself? And that might prepare them for their next relationship, them being single, finding that time to get to know them, their likes and dislikes, and things of that nature. So let's just kind of like not look at that in a negative connotation, being single, right? So that's my perspective first and foremost. Lily, did you have something to add to it?
Yeah, I agree because single is not a bad thing. Like, I personally feel like when you're single, you do get to learn what you like, what you don't like, what you're gonna put up with. You know, it's like a process of elimination, and then some people just really don't want to be in relationships. That's just how I feel. I feel like um, if you are chasing a relationship and you're single, then you coming off as thirsty. That's what I do feel. I feel like, and when you become thirsty, that means you're susceptible to getting anything in that pissy ass pool, whether it's a woman or a man or poly or whatever the case it may be. I feel like you making yourself look thirsty, and then as long as you know who you are and what you bring to the table, when you do get in a relationship with somebody, then you already know like what you're willing to deal with, what you don't want to deal
Absolutely.
with. And you already know you ain't gonna invest none of your time in it. Man or woman. Or the others.
Absolutely.
So what do you think, like, women's expectations are too high, or you think that plays a factor?
Well, it just depends, right? There's a lot of different factors that come into play. For example, right? Well, I'm just saying, as far as being single, it's not just one thing that a person is single. There's many different factors, right? It could be somebody's expectations are too high, but at the same time, it's like, who are we to say that someone's expectations are too high? I mean, if that's what that's what they're wanting, they should be entitled
if nobody has put a ring on your finger and you turning 60, 70 years old, your expectations is probably too high.
I'm gonna let you piggyback off that.
I don't know because I feel like it don't matter how old you are, you should have boundaries and expectations. So like even if you 70, if you feel like you don't want no bullshit ass 70-year-old that ain't got no retirement plan, that ain't got his life set up, that ain't got nothing going for himself, then you are entitled to that expectation. It's about expectation. It's like you got to meet people where they at. So, and if that's if you want to, because if I'm 25 and I'm just now getting my life started, and then I'm looking for this nigga that's a thousandaire, then he might be expecting me to be a thousandaire. So you got to be realistic.
That's
about
not
what
how
your
it works,
expectations
though.
are
That's not what
calling for.
we don't look at females' money, though. That's not how it works. We're not looking
Some
for
do.
no. But that's not how it works. The one that's looking, people that's looking
But
to
what
get
she's saying
married.
is some may do. Some
Let
guys
me
don't.
speak. Let me speak. Let me speak. The ones that's looking for marriage are not looking for a woman's money. It doesn't make sense.
But do they really understand what marriage is, though? You gotta understand.
Yeah, the ones that's
know what
husbands,
people-
there's
what
you
they
got to
think about
understand the
that.
difference between a husband and a boyfriend. So if you're looking at a
what's the difference?
boyfriend,
What's
so yeah, it's the
what's
mentality. It's a mentality. It's a mentality, complete mentality. So a husband already knows that he has to be the one to provide for his wife. He already knows this. So to even get married, right, you have to be stable, right? So before y'all get married,
you can get married and y'all starting from the bottom, and now y'all.
I was getting there. That's what I was getting at. So before y'all get married, though, you want to work your way from the bottom to the top first, financially, before you get married. Because right now, the number one problem in relationships is finances. That's why everybody want to get taken care of.
Well, if you think about it, finance has been a problem since the 60s and before that. So I feel like social media has a big part in like finances because it's fake this and fake that. Because everybody ain't balling out of control. Everybody ain't a thousandaire. In LA County alone, ain't nobody, hardly half of the people is not making more than 100,000.
But see, this the problem. The average income in America is $53,000. That's across nationalities and across races.
You looked that up?
Yeah, average income is 53,000.
That sounds about right.
It is about right.
You said like the average?
The average among everybody, average man, woman, everybody working right now in America, the average income is $53,000. That's not even based on demographics.
Okay, I probably could agree with that, but I would have to look into that myself because I'm one of them type of person that I would have to go there and look at that number.
Oh, you can type it in, right? We could. I could shoot it to you right on Google. I'm on Google right now.
Oh no, I'm not saying you wrong. I'm just saying like I like to do my own critical thinking and my own research, and I'm not saying you wrong, but I'm just one of them type of person.
So what do you think is more or less, Lily?
Honestly, I think, and we talking about across the U.S. or just in California, or like
across the board, U.S.
Well, California is a little bit different. Out here is a little bit. I would think it would be more in California.
The United States in general. That's where my statistics came from. United States. The median income.
Well, I guess if you want to say across the United States,
yes.
If you want to say across the United States alone, like as a whole, I could probably agree with like that 50.
Thank you. So yeah, that's the number though. I'm just letting you know. Y'all can look it up after the show. It's 53,000 is the median income, right, for the households in the United States. So if that is the case, right, how is it your expectations is in the 100,000s when the median income, right, is 53,000? So that means the dudes who are making over 100,000. This is what Kevin Samuels' whole show was about. The people that's making over 100,000, they get the multitude of women because most of the women are looking for dudes that's over 100,000. That's making over $100,000.
I would say
go ahead, Crystal.
That's what the whole high value man thing was about.
I'm gonna give him that. I would say he's right about that because every time you're watching Kendra G's show, everybody wants somebody that's making 100K. I was just watching the show yesterday. She wanted somebody that was 200K, and you not even. Okay, let me be quiet on that one. But anyway, I mean that is true. That's a concern. Everybody wants somebody to make over 100K. 9 times out of 10, I watch Kendra G's show. It's always that. And I'm just like, okay, like, that's fine to have your expectations, but, like, is that realistic? Like, I mean.
But this is what I'm saying.
You
So
gotta be realistic too, because like you gotta think about like who you dating in your dating pool. Like if you dating a drug dealer that's nickel and diamonding on the corner, then that's not 100K. But you might be dating a man that's gonna make you a millionaire. So it just depends on like who your dating pool is.
Yeah, but that's what my whole thing is. Like, if you come with those expectations, you don't think men sense that off rip? Like a man, the money is in his mind. This is what y'all want to know. Let me hold on real quick. Y'all want to know where the money is? It's in a man's mind. His creativeness, his ideas can make him a millionaire. Y'all looking for the dude that's already a millionaire? That means he already went through all of this already. Somebody already helped him get right there. So y'all looking for that dude, he already has his options. The ones that with the mentality that's coming up, that has the $1 million mindset, can become a billionaire. How you think Bill Gates and all them?
Women already coming with their own bag too, and the thing is, it's like because men are looked at like the most dominant thing, that women are not getting highlighted the way they should. Because I feel like women coming with their own bag.
But how is
these expectations from these different dudes? Where it's like you're not just gonna come at me with any and everything. Like,
so let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a serious question. How is every woman having their own bag benefiting the community?
In so many ways.
How?
Like,
name one way, because they're not giving back. They're not creating jobs. They're not giving back.
No. Let me give you an example. Okay, let's go here.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
I'm listening.
So
I'm listening.
You heard of Blue Kitchen, right?
Yep.
Okay, so Blue Kitchen, yeah, he's the man in the back. He's the chef. He's doing the chopping board and all that, and he's doing this. He's giving you out your garlic noodles and all of that. But guess what? He has to highlight the fact on an interview that I saw and that I've seen plenty of times, that he wouldn't even been able to run his business successfully if it wasn't for his woman with the ideas.
Of course, but that's
so women. We are just as much as like responsible for these men that are successful than they are getting credit for it.
I agree, but this is what I'm saying.
Kevin Hart's wife wrote damn near all his jokes in the beginning.
This is what I said. We are better as a team. Y'all supposed to help us succeed, and we succeed as a unit. Don't y'all understand that? The team, they're a team. Kevin Hart's wife and him, they were a team. That's why when he did that, when he did that bullshit, he violated the team. That's why her jokes is funnier.
I was just about to say that.
You know what I'm saying? So it's the team effort. Denzel and his wife, they're a team. They work together. She makes sure he's straight, right? So he could go out and do all his acting jobs and all the stuff he does. Jada wasn't like that with Will. She was complete opposite. That's the perfect example of what a wife is not. If y'all want to go there. And Kevin Hart is the perfect example of what a husband is not. Another example. So if y'all want to be serious, the dudes that we talking about, they needed their women. Yes, but it's a team. That's where the whole helpmate comes in at. It's a team. It's a whole team.
Like we talking celebrities, and celebrities is on a different tax bracket. But if we want to talk about regular people in the hood every day, all day,
we just talking about relationships in general.
Yeah, but I'm saying like most of what you were just saying was celebrity couples. When I'm saying,
well, I mean, I'm just saying people that we know. Like, of course, we don't know Bob at the corner store.
We don't have to know everybody.
But I mean, that was just an example. I can't name Bob at the corner store. You know what I mean? That's just a bad example.
That's why I'm saying to you, like, there's when you so we on a podcast. We ain't trying to attract a celebrity because they could give a damn about what we talking about.
I
They
agree.
live a celebrity life, but there's people that may be listening that don't have a clue about what these people living like. That's rich people shit. People that's like us that ain't rich, that ain't thousandaires, that's hundredaires. Like
it's the same concept though. It's the same concept. Both of y'all could come together and come up with an idea, and then y'all could both become millionaires from nothing.
I do feel like that is possible, but I also feel like it's about a whole lot of environmental factors that go into there.
Yeah,
Like,
but y'all gotta like each other. It can't be about the money.
If y'all liking each other.
Yeah, it has to be, because if it's just about the money,
I can dislike you as fuck and be like, this my baby dad and I hate your ass like fuck. But nigga, you gave me an idea that's gonna make us some money. So
hell no, I wouldn't work with nobody like that. That sounds crazy.
No, because you.
I'm not working with you if you hate my guts, and I'm not giving you no $1 million idea.
Business is different from like personal relationships.
I understand that, but you don't mix business with pleasure. First of all, that's why it's either you're married.
I didn't say that.
But that's why you're either you married or, you know what I'm saying, y'all doing business. Y'all, when y'all intertwine into, it's like y'all gotta have the thing together. It has to be something together, not somebody that you dislike that y'all just trying to get money with. That's some whole other shit.
Remember, Russell Simmons and Kimora Lee,
they
stayed in business with Baby Fat for a long ass time, and they was divorced. So it can work and it can happen until people just.
But that doesn't make any sense.
And they just do their own thing. It makes all the sense because you got a bag, I got a bag. Now I get to go do what I want to do. You off over here in Valley doing whatever.
Bro, why do y'all got to get married? Why do y'all got to get married to do that?
Well, maybe it happened while they was married.
Why y'all gotta violate? Why y'all gotta violate the whole tradition? You know what I'm saying? By doing that, because you know you're just gonna lead to divorce. Y'all don't like each other. There's no reason to get married then. If y'all don't like each other, why y'all get married?
You know that marriage is like a business.
Yeah, of course it is. But that's my point. If it's a business, if marriage to them is a business, where is God in this?
Okay, so do you feel like
no? Hold on. Where's God? First of all, can you answer that question? Where's God in this marriage? If this marriage is just a business,
God can be in there. God can be in anything. God can be in anything that you want Him to be in, whether it's business, relationship, friendship, situationship, whatever.
Yeah, but if God, so let's say God, though, we agree God equals love, right? Can we agree to that?
Mm-hmm.
So if God equals love and y'all not in love, you get where I'm going with this?
Mm-hmm.
Y'all can't have love if y'all don't have God together. If God is not in y'all relationship, y'all don't have a relationship. Y'all don't have a marriage. If it's just about the money, it can't be just about the money because the average income is $53,000. It can't be. It can't be just about the money because that's why everybody's single right now. If it's about the money, that's the main reason. Because it is y'all making it transactional.
I don't believe that because I don't feel like money is what's bringing people together right now.
Money is what's breaking people apart.
No, because women are getting their bags without men, and they're single women. And there's men that's getting their bags without women.
But what is that? How is that? So why can't we come together? Why can't we come together and put that together and increase the bag?
Because you have to be why is this? Yoked.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
Yes, you do.
What? What is equally yoked? What does equally yoked mean in your eyes?
That's a biblical term.
Because it has nothing. It has nothing to do with finances. First of all,
no,
it has zero. Equally yoked in the Bible is not talking about finances. Not even close.
Okay, so
first of all, they didn't even have dollar bills, and we didn't have that system back then. So how is it biblical times talking about equally yoked? when it was no monetary
their
system.
Their form of currency was different than today. So what is your definition of equally yoked?
Equally yoked is talking about your spiritual concepts. Like if y'all both have God, y'all both on the same level as far as like your elevation, your consciousness, your level. If y'all both are equally yoked in God, meaning y'all both pray together, y'all both, you know what I'm saying, practice religion together, y'all both into spirituality together. That's equally yoked. It's not monetary.
I always thought equally yoked meant like if I'm Baptist, I'm gonna date a man that's a Baptist. A Muslim is not gonna date a Catholic.
That's another form. That's another way of putting it too. If different religions, they not supposed to marry each other. That's another form of being equally yoked.
That's where we go back to when I just talked to you the other day about you reading a verse in the Bible and she reading it, and you guys both interpret it two different ways. You know what I'm saying? Like she can interpret that in two different ways. So you can't. So I mean, what you're saying is not wrong, and what she's saying is not wrong. It's just all about interpretation.
And on top of that, I feel like, and this is my feeling, with equally yoked means that you guys are like on the same page when it comes to like, that don't mean that you're gonna have disagreements, but y'all can agree to disagree and come together when it comes to spirituality.
So let me ask you this. Let me ask you another question. How is it y'all want to be equally yoked, but y'all want to do to pay all y'all bills?
Who want to do?
Yeah, who is y'all? That's what I'm saying. Who is y'all?
Majority women want a dude to come in and pay all the bills.
No, I think you thinking about stuff like 10 years ago.
No, we can pull up all the dating stuff right now on YouTube. Most of the women want a dude.
But that's on YouTube. That don't identify everybody.
YouTube is not a reliable source unless you go out there and speak to the people yourself.
So let me ask you. Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. If your dude has no job, can he stay with you?
If my dude don't have a job and he needs to stay with me,
can he stay with you?
I'm going to let my dude stay with me as long as I know that like he's on the path to getting where he needs to be. Because everybody ain't fair.
What's the time? What's the time frame? What's the time frame? How long you got?
The time frame is gonna be what it is, like, and it's an individual preference. Like you might set somebody up to 6 months, but when we know the day and time we live in right now, it might not happen in 6 months. Am I gonna let it go for 3, 4, 5 years? No. But if you making progress and you showing that you doing something, even if you going to work over here,
I'm not doing prank calls.
That means you doing something.
I'm not.
So it's all about individual progress.
I'm not doing prank calls. We talking about relationships, like why everybody's single. You could join in the conversation.
Hello?
Yeah, I put you on mute for a second. So yeah, we just talking about relationships. It's people asking if I'm doing prank calls. Now we bootleg over here. I can't join people in, so I got them on speakerphone. So
you said somebody said what?
Now people were wondering what we talking about. They asked if we doing prank calls. Now we talking about relationships, y'all. So yeah, this is the JR Love Show. Welcome. So it's just the question is, why are y'all single? So what's the reason y'all single?
So look, I want to go really quick. I want to go back to something that I didn't say earlier. When you had brought up an example of a 60-year-old woman being single, like her saying that her expectations is too high. Well, what do you say about that same woman that was 30 and 40 and got married to a man that was beating her ass and just tolerated it because she didn't want to be single? Well, I mean, I'd rather be that 60-year-old single woman.
Come on. What I'm saying, this is what I mean by that. This is what I mean by that. Hold on, because you're going way off. I'm talking about you had multiple options that you probably turned down because of your high expectations throughout your life. There's no way you went from 0 or whenever, from 18 to 60, without finding any dude that was suitable, you know what I'm saying, that you could have married in between all of those years. So if you
No, but I
60
feel
going
like
on
being
60 years
single
old,
is a mental health thing too.
yeah, it is. It is mental health thing. But I'm
I feel
saying, like, at the
being
same
single is a
time,
mental health issue.
yeah,
And that
of course it
mental health
is.
issue does not mean that it's a bad issue. It's a mental health issue. It's some women that go after niggas that's billionaires, like how Young Miami went after Diddy. Like, and it's some young girl.
But we still talking about monetary though. That's what I'm talking about.
No,
That's not
I'm just
real.
saying,
That's not
like,
real love.
it's not real, but it is real.
It's not real.
It's not real.
Where's
It is
God?
real.
So this is what I was saying. Where's God in
No,
that?
but you didn't say it had anything to do with God in there. You said, why are people single, or why are women single?
Yeah, single
whatever.
means not
That
married.
ain't got nothing
Single
to do with
means
God.
single means not married. Married has everything to do with God.
Okay, no, but single don't have everything to do with God for some people.
How? If
Some
you're
people,
not
like,
married,
some people
if
really
you're not
wanna be,
married,
like, single,
you're single.
and that ain't got nothing to do with God.
That's my point. That's the reason they single.
Like, just because some people want to be single don't mean it got nothing to do with God.
I never said that you had to be single, right? But most people want relationships. Nobody is signing up to be single. If that's the case, throw all your toys away.
That's not true, though.
Throw all them toys away.
Want to be single.
Throw all them toys away.
I don't feel like you can speak for you can't speak for every single person on the planet and their reason for being single, first and foremost. And what do you say to that girl? Because I do have a friend, and like literally every other year she with a different dude. Like, I've never known her to be single. Like, you jump from guy to guy to guy, and I feel like something is wrong with that.
What's wrong with
it? To not have the time to take the time out and be single and learn you always in a relationship. You're always in some type of, like, I've never known her to be single.
Situation. Sure. Like, and I'm in a relationship.
Is she attractive?
Guy to guy, that means that you out here just doing you and you dating and you ain't committed to nobody.
Well, I mean, like I said, most people, I can't speak for everybody. Most people want to be in relationships. Most people want somebody. If that's the case, y'all, the porn industry and all that wouldn't be so high. Most people want somebody. Most people want somebody.
The porn industry is a bunch of
toys.
People.
No, I'm saying, like, getting toys and all that stuff. People want somebody.
What?
You want somebody.
No, you can be in a whole relationship and still want toys.
I understand that part.
I don't see how that correlates, but okay.
You don't see how it correlates?
No, because
I don't see the.
No.
So if you don't have a dude, right, what are you doing?
So what do you say about the women that are in relationships that do have toys, and that's just their way of, like, showing they little 69 guy side with their man? Like,
I ain't talking about. That's not all of them. I ain't talking about them. That's not who I'm talking about. Most women that are single, let's look at, like, the OnlyFans community. They're not in relationships.
You don't know that. They doing it together.
No, he don't. Oh, I'm not gonna say nobody's name, but
some people are. I'll give you that. Let's be logical though. Majority of the dudes are not going for that. They're not going for that in a relationship.
It sounds like you only speaking from your perspective.
Yeah, you can be a little narrow-minded sometimes. Like,
why don't we gonna start interviewing dudes? Why don't y'all interview all the dudes you know? Ask your brothers, your cousins, male cousins, if they would date a woman that did OnlyFans.
We know somebody right now that is married to a woman that does the OnlyFans and want her to do OnlyFans.
I said majority. Would your brother, Crystal, date a woman that's on OnlyFans?
I can't speak for my brother.
Yeah, you can. See, now when it comes real, nobody want to be real. No, ma'am, I don't know you. I know you're Crystal's friend, but let's be real. Do you know any of your brothers? Any of your brothers are married to a woman that does OnlyFans?
My mama got 6 kids and I got 3 brothers.
All right, any of your brothers? Okay, any of your brothers marry OnlyFans women? Have they?
Yes, like if they want to do that, it's if they want to. As a
I'm not saying
you can't
figuratively.
link.
I'm not speaking figuratively. I'm speaking like literally. Have they actually dated or been with anybody that has been on OnlyFans or in the porn industry?
I can't say that they have. 'cause
Yeah,
I
you
don't know
can.
that.
You know I'm right. You
You
could.
don't know what your brothers
Okay.
and sisters be doing on the back
How about
end.
any of your
You don't even
exes?
know if she even
Have
if she's
any
even
of your
close to her
exes?
brother.
Have any of your exes dated somebody that's been on OnlyFans?
Answer that question because I don't know that. That's on the back end. You asking back end questions. Your questions is not like
And then especially if you're not even keeping up with your ex, you don't. Who knows what your ex is doing right now? Who cares?
Y'all never interviewed your exes?
no.
No?
Of course.
To see what type of person you are.
You,
How you
no,
know
you
what type of person you are in a
no,
relationship?
you interview your people that you want to date in the beginning of the stages. When it's over, it's over. And whatever they do, that's on them. But you asking back end questions. Them
Yeah,
questions
I've interviewed my exes before. I've interviewed
so
my exes.
you just called your exes up and just interviewed them like
Yes.
they was on.
Yes, exactly. How do you experience being in a relationship? Yes, I have.
That ain't even real journalistic. Are you a journalist?
Am I a journalist? Absolutely not. I just want to know.
Because that sounds crazy.
How does that sound
Being the fact
crazy?
that because your information, whatever you're getting from your ex, right? The information you getting from your ex does not apply to everybody else in their situation. It applies to you and your ex.
But what I'm saying is, you know the people that you've dated. That's why I brought up exes.
No, you don't.
You know if you dated them long enough, you know them. Crystal, have any of your with any of your exes?
He's gonna be caught up in what he
Will
believes.
any of your exes?
100 people in the room can be telling him something, and he's gonna stick to what he believes.
All right, let's do a homework assignment. I do this show every day. Homework assignment. When y'all go to work, ask all the dudes that y'all work with.
Nobody nothing because I don't even care about them like that.
But because the answer is gonna be no. That's all I'm trying to say.
Oh God, I don't even care about them like that.
The answer is gonna be no.
No, because at my place of business, my job, all we care about is child welfare. So I don't give a damn about what you doing, dude. Bro, whatever. I don't give a fuck.
All right, the next time y'all go to a fast food restaurant, the next time you go somewhere, see some men around, ask them if they would ever date a woman that did OnlyFans or in a porno. Like, take them seriously, like for wife.
Do you know me? Do you know me?
No.
No, you don't, right?
Right.
So, what is your perception of me?
I think you're intelligent.
You know. So, what if I told you that I told my man, let's do OnlyFans?
But I'm not talking about. I'm not talking about that. There are some couples that do that.
No.
We're not talking about the exceptions.
Oh no, we talking about that.
Why are we talking about the 1 and 2 couples that's on there?
No, because you just told us to go ask people on our job.
Yeah, I want you to. I want you to ask any man that's anywhere.
You don't even know. So I'm saying to you, you don't even know me. So what would you think about me based off of the conversations you say? You feel like I'm, what would you think about me if I told you, well, me and my man, we're going to do an OnlyFans? Would your perception of me change?
No. But what I'm saying is, as far as marriage goes, dudes that's trying, we're not talking about y'all already together trying to do OnlyFans. We talking about a dude meeting a woman that does OnlyFans and marrying her. Not when y'all together, we like, oh, we need to make some bread. I think we should do this. Not that. We talking about a guy just meeting a girl, for the first time, and she's like, "Oh, I do OnlyFans," right? The
Mhm.
first thing he gonna do is either try to smash and dip, or he's not gonna talk to her at all.
That's not true because it depends on what you're doing on it depends on what you're doing on OnlyFans and what you soliciting on OnlyFans.
So, what do you think they're
If
doing
you
to make
if-
money
if-
on OnlyFans?
No, like everybody on OnlyFans is not soliciting to give up their pussy.
The only ones that's making money doing nothing
You
is
got a
famous.
whole lot of like what I'm seeing, like for real, you got a whole lot of implicit bias.
How?
You got
I
a
like
whole
I
lot
like
of
I
implicit
like the
bias.
women that's on OnlyFans. I don't mind it. I'm talking about
Okay, but you still
relationships.
got a
I'm not. I
whole lot-
wouldn't
you got a
date.
lot
I
of
wouldn't date
implicit
him.
bias.
I'm not
You
biased
got
at
a
all.
lot of implicit bias. Yeah, you do.
We
because
talking
you
about
feel
building.
like-
We talking about building a community. How is that helping build a community?
That's not what we were talking about.
That's what my
We
show
were
is
talking
about.
about the community.
That's what my show is about.
No,
Togetherness.
But the questions you're asking us don't have anything to do with that though. Like you're
The
asking
question
us
is
about
why are
being
people single?
single.
Why are people single?
Your initial question was like, why are women single?
Right. Why are women single?
Okay, and that
I
has
was just
nothing
talking
to do
about
with,
people in
like,
general. Why are people in general single?
Okay, and whatever their reason for being single has nothing to do with if they have an OnlyFans or not. Because people that's coupled up, they have coupled up OnlyFans, so you can't go there.
I'm not talking about that. We're not talking about the couples that do OnlyFans. We talking about the single people dating other single people that do OnlyFans.
That's not what you said. That's not what.
But that's what I'm
initial-
clarifying, and that's what I'm saying now. That's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about the couples already. I understand the couples do it.
Okay, so what is your main question about your podcast? Your podcast is why are people single?
All right, let me go back because you
Take
haven't
it to
you haven't
what?
seen my show. We on the 13, 14 episode. So my whole thing is there's a draft coming up, right? From the ages of what did it say, 18 to 26, right? And then they
You said
even
who?
a draft for the army.
Okay.
So it just got approved. So they're having a draft and I don't know when, but they got approved for men and women. But mostly men are right now. It's gonna be men. 18 to 26 gonna go off to the army. Right? So
Mhm.
that's gonna leave a hole in this dating pool for most of the
Men
people.
who?
Because it's already a shortage of men. Now you taking all the men from 18 to 26 off the table.
You ain't taking nobody because these niggas
At least
ain't
for the
finna
next.
leave. Just
Well, no,
these
they're
niggas ain't finna
prepared.
leave just like they wasn't when Muhammad Ali said he ain't leaving. So what are we
No, I
talking
give you
about?
that. A lot of people gonna go to jail, or prison. But
Yeah, niggas gonna go to jail or they're not gonna go to jail.
I give you that.
And
But a lot of them,
Muhammad,
a lot of them are
what-
gonna go though. A lot of people are gonna have to go.
They're
So
not gonna go.
no, I mean a
They
lot of
don't go
people
if they
are
want
gonna
to.
have to go. A lot of people not gonna want to go to prison.
Look, ain't nobody scared to go in the county jail.
No, you don't go to the county jail. You go to prison.
Ain't nobody scared to go to prison. Do you know how many niggas I know ain't scared to go to prison? Ain't nobody's gonna go fight nobody's war on this bullshit. So what is your point? What you talking about?
So my point is the people that are gonna go, they're gonna need families. So my whole thing is
And they gonna have a family.
my thing is preaching togetherness now because the whole dating pool is crazy. People are single for
That ain't
what
got
reason?
nothing to do with the dating pool,
It
though.
does. It does. It will affect it.
How?
It would have because it's already eliminating most of the men right there, even if they go to jail. So most of the men are either gonna go to jail.
Dating pool.
I'm just looking
You
at the
caught up
future.
on this dating pool. Ain't nobody worried about no dating pool. But my life on the line, I don't give a fuck about no dating pool.
Exactly.
I'm worried
So
about my life.
my
And I don't
point.
give a fuck about no dating
So
pool.
let me
And
explain.
on top
Let
of
me
that,
explain.
I'm gonna have 1,000 bitches behind me if I do go to jail.
Let
So
me
now what?
explain. So if you don't have no family though, If you haven't had any children, you talking about 18 to 26. Well, they haven't had any children.
You gonna make some. You in the
So
bed.
right now, you can't make none because there's no relationships happening right now.
No, it ain't nothing you saying that's like niggas is not worried about that. You
Right.
worried about
That's
that.
I'm worried about it because I
Niggas
can
as a
see.
whole ain't worried about that.
That's why we're talking about it. Because I am worried about it. I am concerned about our future. Yes,
No,
I'm
you
concerned.
worried about your future because these
No,
niggas
in
ain't worried
general.
about that.
I'm starting a conversation. Why are they not worried about it?
Okay, so you know why they not worried about that though?
Why?
Because you not on your platform like preaching, like voting and listening to what's really going on in the world and how it affects you in this world and how you need to read the underlying shit about what's really going on with these things.
Have you listened to my platform first of all? Because you don't know what I'll be talking about.
No, I'm just saying based off of this conversation.
This conversation tonight is about why people are single. Tonight, if you go, this is the 14th. This is the 14th episode. So
yeah, but you bringing everything else in there.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what's the reason is. So what do you think the reason is?
So
what's the reason?
The reason is because they gonna get drafted?
No, I'm talking about the reason I'm talking about this is because there's a draft coming up. That's the reason I'm bringing this conversation up.
So you didn't say that when you first like.
No, I didn't introduce you to the premise of my show. I just brought you on the show, so that was probably my fault. But the whole premise of the show is togetherness, coming together, building families and relationships now before we get hit with a draft.
See, and if you would have said that, then I think that the conversation would have shifted that way. But you didn't do that. You just said, "Why are people single?" Okay.
Well, y'all was on mute. Y'all was on mute. No, listen, y'all was on mute when I was introducing the show. I brought y'all in. That's why I said I did all that.
Okay, so you that's on you, but it's okay.
All right.
So that's on you, but it's okay. For real. I ain't like gonna charge that to you. I'm gonna charge it to you because you got us on your show, so we gotta be able to speak up as women and say, like, that's not what you did, because you didn't do that. You didn't. So now we gonna say it.
I agree.
That's what you didn't do.
I agree. Well, you were on mute when I did.
So now you can unmute me so the people can hear it.
Well, I mean, I had to do my introduction to the show earlier. Now, what we talking about, you're not on mute now. So how would you answer the question now? So based on what I said, how would you answer the question now?
Well, I don't even know how to answer the question because you didn't have a question. And the question that you need to ask would be the questions that you was asking before.
Why? Okay, let me ask this. How can we come together to build relationships, to build families?
New questions. Let's talk about the other questions that you was talking about when you muted us, and let's talk about those questions.
Well, the question was just, why are people single?
And that wasn't the only question. You were talking about the draft and all these other stuff. Like,
no, that was just my past episodes. So, but the whole reason for my podcast is togetherness. Us coming together as men and women, fixing our community. But I feel like to fix the community, it's gonna have to start with men and women coming together in relationships. And I think that expectations is high. There's money issues in the world right now. And to solve that, we need to come together to fix it, especially if the median income is only $53,000. So that's why I'm preaching.
Well, to be honest with you, this is what I'm saying.
What?
I don't really have nothing else to say because I feel like I addressed those questions when you first put this podcast on and let me and Crystal up in there. So the people should have already heard it. So we shouldn't even be having to go through that again.
Right. But now what's the deeper aspect?
So now we here. So what? I don't know. Like, are you gonna go vote? Who you voting for? Who you voting for? Everybody, who y'all voting for?
Who y'all?
We already talked about it.
Who y'all voting for in the chat? If you're in the chat, we want to know who y'all voting for. What's this election about? But my thing is,
well, my vote is this: protect women at all costs. Black women.
Who's doing that? Who's doing that?
Well, it's going. I feel like it's gonna be up to the black men. So y'all step up, men. Black men, y'all do it.
Well, we y'all only hope. The other races not gonna do it for y'all. That's why. That's another reason.
When it wasn't like y'all gotta step up and do what y'all gotta do as men.
Right,
and Mr. I don't know you. I'm sorry, but Mr. Podcast Man, like you seem like you got a platform, so it seems like you should be like the main man, like making sure like black women get heard instead of like downing black women and what we contribute to society and what we do.
Who's downing? Like who's downing black women? I ain't downing no black women.
A whole lot. Like you don't understand it. If you got a podcast and you don't understand that like black women is the most underserved woman, then you shouldn't even be on this podcast.
It's the most what? Black women are what?
The most underserved.
Underserved? Underserved. What does that mean? Can you elaborate?
Meaning that like we don't get the best health care when it comes to like deliverance of like black babies coming into this world. We get attacked when we are the providers of man, woman, and child. Like we got it locked, and so you should be on that instead of like understanding why somebody's single. Make your podcast about that.
I hear you, but at the same time, I'm not a female. I'm not a black female. I could speak on my perspective.
You ain't got to be, but you was raised by it, and I don't know who raised you.
Yeah, I pretty much raised myself. I pretty much raised myself.
Okay, so you know what? Like, okay, like it's a lot of niggas that raise themselves, but it's a lot of black women that raise a lot of good black men. So if you want to like do a podcast, make it about that, because we ain't about downing nobody. We ain't about.
So what's the solution then? What's the solution? What's your solution?
The solution is black men stand up.
Stand up and do what?
Stand up and protect black women.
And if y'all don't want to be with us, how are we gonna protect y'all?
It ain't got nothing to do with you being with us.
What's your definition of protecting black women then?
Protecting means that like when we go to the doctors, we get the same health care that everybody else get besides
But
us.
we don't even get, we as black men don't get good health care. They trying to kill us in the hospital.
You worry about your own self. We're talking about black women right now, right? Protect us. Protect us from these white ass motherfuckers or whoever else.
How? Like, how when we in the same system y'all in? Make it make sense. We in the same system y'all in.
Okay, if you can't make sense of it, then I can't make sense of it for yourself, for you. Like on God. Like,
but what I'm saying, do you understand what black men are under?
I understand exactly what black men are under,
and because at least y'all can get jobs. I had to start my own business because I couldn't get a job,
and that's okay.
So y'all can at least get jobs. Y'all gotta way ahead.
Well, you can't think
that we don't.
We got jobs that we got it better. We still gotta like fight our way through too.
I understand that, but what I'm saying is that's why we need to come together because we both in a struggle.
Like all of that, like
we both in a struggle. That's why we need each other.
It's gonna always be that, but you can't like you cannot create a podcast, right? You cannot create a podcast to understand like why people not like.
No, that's the question. My podcast is about togetherness. My podcast is about coming together and how we gonna do that. So, what's your solution to us coming together? We heard your
So,
side of the story.
like,
Black women are under duress.
what you got to say?
Y'all need protection. You know what I'm saying? What's the solution?
Well,
We
I
could
can't
say
create all
these
the-
words.
I can't-
Y'all need
I
protection.
can't-
How
Look,
we?
I can't create all the solutions,
Mhm.
but what I will say is I feel like I gave something to the table as far as your podcast goes, and I feel like even if it works or not, you know, right? If it works or not, I'm just saying, like, you got better things on the table
Mhm.
than to be thinking about why relationships is not working right now. The way it's going right now, you can have the best relationship, but this shit is so fucked up. Your best relationship ain't gonna be right. So it goes deeper than that.
I understand
What you
that,
think?
but that's why I said togetherness. Y'all still
I
gonna
just
need
think
each other.
I just think that he needs to be a little bit more open minded.
We ain't talking about me. Talk about the podcast, not me.
Okay, so yeah, well, I'm just.
What's your solution to the problem? We know the issue.
Because I don't consider being single a problem. So
We're not talking about being single. We're talking about togetherness. How can the black man and black woman come together? What's the solution?
Okay, so who said that they're not together though?
We're not together. We're not.
Why you say that? So it's like I don't.
Because we're not. We're not as a culture. We're not. We're at each other's necks mostly.
Okay, in what way? What are you talking about? Violence or finances or what?
I'm
what are you
talking
about?
the black community is in duress, in violence.
How?
What are you talking about? We killing each other.
You're not saying how though. That's what
We're
I'm saying.
killing each other.
How.
We're all going at each other's throats. There's crabs in the barrel mentality. You know what I'm saying? It's individualized.
That's in every culture though.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
Yes, it is. It's in every culture. You know why? You had a mentality that you have is because they don't highlight that shit in the media. Like the Mexicans is warring with the Asians. We were just talking about that at work.
I'm not talking about the Asians aren't warring with the Asians though. Mexicans aren't warring with the Mexicans.
You don't know that? Do you know you don't know that because they're not highlighting that shit in the media. So you don't understand. You don't realize that the media is taking a big part of a lot of stuff. Like we was just talking about that at work, where it's like, look, I work for DCFS, Department of Children and Family Services, and so we get calls from every race. But you know who race get highlighted the most? Blacks and browns. They don't talk about like the others. You know that.
But I know that though. But that's not what I'm talking about.
Like how do you know culturally what these other races are doing to get into that system? Even though we are far off topic with that. But how do you know that? You don't know that. You speaking like, I don't know, like you speaking is different.
I'm out in the world. I see it day to day. I worked in corporate for 20 years. I've seen what you're talking about. I've seen it. They come together. Other cultures, they build businesses for each other. You know what I'm saying? They build. They pass.
I'm not about to play with. I'm not about to play with you right now.
They pass homes down to each other. When it comes to togetherness, we are not the most together culture. Can you agree to that?
No, I can't.
You feel like the only time we came together, it's a Kendrick Lamar's not like us to bring the hood together. When's the last time you seen Bloods? Let me ask you a personal question. When's the last time you seen Bloods and Crips hanging out together? Like at the Kendrick Lamar.
I don't know where you at, but I'm in the hood.
I'm in the hood too. I'm talking about publicly. We talking about publicly. I'm not in the same hood.
Yes. No. Publicly, like you're not in the hood. You're on the outside looking in, for real.
Okay.
That's what it sounds like to me. Because you really not about that. Like, what's your name?
You said I'm not about what?
Like, what's your name again?
My name is J Love.
J Love.
Yes.
And you from Compton?
Yes.
So I can go to Compton right now and ask anybody about you.
Yep. Yeah, I live in Compton all my whole life.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, I'm going to do that. On God I am. Because it's like you got this wrong perception.
Yeah, do that.
That's not to say that, like, it ain't no bullshit and it ain't no drama. Because that's in every hood. But you, like, being stereotypical and you being biased, too.
So what? Being biased about what? I'm being biased about what though?
Look, I don't know if you feel like you made it out.
I'm still in the hood. How I make it out the hood? What are you talking? I'm sitting in it right now as we speak.
Love, you still in the hood?
I'm sitting in it right now as we speak.
Okay, so whoever your homies is,
what about it?
I want to like talk to you and like, cause what you talking about, it ain't it. No, it ain't it. For real.
Okay.
And I'm Compton.
You Compton too? Okay.
Yeah, I'm real Compton.
And I'm fake. I'm fake Compton. I'm fake Compton.
I didn't say you fake Compton.
So what you saying?
Like if you was real Compton, like you would know that, like, yeah, it's some bullshit. It is like everything.
So
but
why is that a disagreement then? If you know there's some bullshit out here going on, why are we disagreeing?
Because the bullshit don't outweigh the fact that there's some positive shit.
I didn't say that. I said how we gonna come together.
I ain't heard you say not one positive thing about Compton.
I said how we gonna come together.
What positive thing you said about Compton?
I'm in Compton. I live in Compton.
No, that ain't positive. What do you got to say about Compton?
What does me saying anything positive have anything to do with us coming together?
All right. Okay.
What do you have to say positive about Compton?
What I got to say about Compton is like, look, Compton Courthouse didn't have a children's social worker unit up in their building, but we got one now. So now all the citizens of Compton ain't got to go all the way to Monterey Park just to hear their case to get their kids back.
But that should have been in place already, though. What is that?
What I can say about Compton is downtown Compton got everything that they got over there that the Ladera Center got over here, and it's equal like opportunity for everybody else. Like what I can say about Compton is that they be struggling.
What's positive? That's what I'm saying. It's hard over here. What's positive over here? Please tell me.
A whole lot that I just said.
Yeah, the Compton Courthouse has
you just missed it. Crystal, he just missed it.
What's I didn't hear nothing positive. I didn't hear nothing positive. That's life changing.
You just missed it.
You're preaching.
Well, he hear what he wants to hear.
Oh, okay. Well, then
you talking about the hospitals and the courthouse, right?
Okay, yeah, you missed it.
I missed it. I don't think I missed anything. I didn't hear you say anything positive about Compton, though.
So do you feel like a mom, a single mom?
Mm-hmm.
Mind you not being judgmental, right?
I'm listening.
A single mom that got her kids taken away from her for whatever.
Mm-hmm.
She ain't gotta get on the bus to travel all the way to Monterey Park, right?
I'm listening.
Simply go to Compton Court.
Mm-hmm.
The courts hear her case so she can get her kids back.
Okay.
You don't see that as like a positive thing?
That's a positive thing. But
That's what I just
okay,
said,
but
my bro. You
you know
me,
what I'm talking about, though. We're not talking about.
No,
We're not talking about inside of the.
You said what?
But you can't put limits on things when you're asking her a question and she's giving you what's positive. You can't put limits on what you think is positive or what you think.
Okay,
may not
that's
be
positive.
Right.
Is there
Let her
anything
give her
else?
opinion.
Okay, that's a positive thing. Good health care, good situation over there. Is there anything else you want to add?
Another positive thing.
Mhm.
Downtown Compton. You
Mhm.
say you from Compton, but
Right.
I remember when downtown Compton looked like downtown LA, because I'm from Compton.
Mhm.
But downtown Compton got everything, like all the food, the banking, all of that right there. Right there. Where they don't have to leave outside of Compton to go bank, to go eat, to go shop. All that. It's right there.
Yeah, they got more
downtown
shopping centers and stuff. They got more shopping centers and stuff now.
Okay, but we're talking about downtown Compton, and we're talking about the other shopping center right there off of Alameda by the 91 freeway. Okay?
I hear you. How many after school programs they got in Compton?
They got a gang of after school programs. Because guess what?
What?
My baby is with me, right?
Mm-hmm.
Me here. I live in Inglewood.
Mm-hmm.
My baby, she goes to the Compton Divas. They got the Compton Clown. They got because Clown is expanding to Compton. The Divas, the Clown, what's that maid? What's her name? The mayor, the past mayor, Angel or Asia. The youngest Compton mayor in Compton, like Parks and Recreation. They giving out.
Compton is getting better, but I'm talking about our community. I'm talking about our community, the Black community.
Black community is in every city.
I know.
Bro?
I don't understand that. But how's our poverty level in every city?
What you thinking? Poverty?
I'm driving through it every day. Your phone's going out.
Poverty every day where?
What you mean? All through LA, through everywhere. Through our community. Through our community.
Okay.
Not just in Compton, just talking about in general.
Hold on. Okay, let's go there. Mm-hmm. Poverty is everywhere in the city, right?
Right.
In all the cities.
Right.
When the last time you been over there in the Jordan Down?
That's where my family is from.
They only got one section.
They actually rebuilt it.
Because everybody is living like state of the art over there.
Yeah, they redid all the buildings over there.
The people.
They redid all the buildings.
Over there. So
but they moved all the Black people out of there.
Your podcast is pushed. You not like you bump. Your podcast is bump, and you not even like making sense with it because I be over there every week. Oh God, I be over there every week, and everybody that was living in the Jordan Down, besides the criminals, they couldn't pass a background check. Is not living over there and all that shit that they rebuilt over there.
I know that. I agree. I said the Black people is not over there though.
They are over there.
Okay.
Who is over there?
The majority of people that live in the Jordan Downs right now is Black.
Over there. I know them. I be over there.
I said the majority of the people that live in the Jordan Downs right now are Black.
No. The majority over there is a mixture of Black and
Mexican people, right? It's a Hispanic community right there.
You're going on something else different.
All right.
You're going on something else different.
Okay. What am I going off of?
Different. Nah, you doing something different.
What am I doing different?
First of all, like what I'm seeing from you, like I don't know if we on this podcast or not, but what I'm seeing from you, like you. Like, okay, so what I'm saying from you, like you ain't for the people.
How am I not for the people if the whole podcast is about us coming together?
Because you ain't talked about what you done for the people.
You talk about what I've done for the people.
downplaying what.
I'm not downplaying
the
anything. I'm
community
trying to
has
find it.
done
You
for the
still
people.
haven't told me a solution to us coming together. Huh? Your phone's still breaking up. You said there is no solution?
I said, what's your solution?
That's what we're talking about.
I said, what's your solution?
My solution is building back relationships and us coming together as man and women and building back up the Black community and building generational wealth by creating more families.
Oh no,
that's my solution.
Get back on board because you off board.
I'm off board. How am I off board?
Because we've been doing that.
Okay. How many single women are out here?
No. So
how many single men and women are out here? Let's ask.
Got nothing to do with being single.
How does that have nothing to do with being single?
You need to insert yourself to worry about like uplifting the community, whether they're single or not.
How are we gonna start a family if everybody's single?
There don't have to be no family.
That's the problem because we don't have families. We don't have families. We have broken families. That's the problem.
What you gonna do?
What you mean? We talking about it. What can we do? We gonna come up with something together. What can we do?
What you gonna do?
I'm doing what I can do. What I can. Right now we talking about it.
What is you doing?
Right now we the same thing you doing. Talking about it.
What is you doing? Because
I'm doing the same thing you doing. I'm doing the same thing you doing. I worked with kids in the city. I worked with kids in the inner city for over 15 years. Okay, I've done what I'm doing. I'm doing what I'm doing. I preach gospel music. Like I do a whole bunch of stuff. What exactly are you doing that I'm not? What are you doing that I'm not doing? What are you doing what I'm not doing? What are you doing that I'm not doing?
No, what are you doing though? Because this your podcast.
I'm talking about it. I'm at least attempting to try to find a solution. I'm trying to find a solution. I'm trying to find a solution.
What you doing?
I'm trying to find one. There's no solution right now. What's your solution? So what is your solution?
Okay, look, we got you. You trying to find one.
Yes, we're looking for a solution. Yes, because right now we don't have one.
Listen, if you're trying to find one,
right.
If you're trying to find one, we can do that. But you ain't did nothing. So that's okay.
What do you want me to? That's what we trying to come up with a plan of action. If you don't understand what coming up with a plan, this is a plan to do something. We're talking about it. We're in the talking phase. So what is your solution? This is a podcast. This is a podcast. It's nothing but the talking phase.
But it's also a solution phase too.
Okay, what's the solution? That's what we're talking about. I didn't say I had a solution. We're trying to find a solution.
I think that we shouldn't just limit it on single. Like it's too much like single.
So how you gonna build a community, Crystal, with single people?
What does that have to do with
family?
Have to do with building
so your parents are married, right? And they had children. They had you, right? And they have what? You have a grandma and grandpa. They were married, right? You have a whole family lineage, right? There's no more family lineage if everybody is single.
Okay, but what does that have to do? What does that have to do with building togetherness?
Because
you can be.
What are you talking about?
What is togetherness?
I just told you, building up families. Building up families. Building up families. If everybody's single, there's nobody having families. The family structure is broken.
Okay, so I guess where the mistake was,
like, dude, he's so weird. Like, dude, who said the family structure is broken?
Most women are raising children and are single moms. What are we talking about?
Are you a Republican?
How many people are single moms in our community? Answer the question. How many people are single moms? Y'all in this industry. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Huh?
Do you know what single mom means?
Yes, without a husband. Or in a household with just them, or with just them raising a child by themselves.
That means I'm a single mom, huh?
I don't know your situation. Are you a single mom?
No. I'm not married.
Well, if you're not married, you're single. Yes, you'll be considered a single mom.
Oh, okay. Then we're different. You are different. I am a single mother, but I am not a single mom. My kids' fathers are definitely active in their life. So I'm not a single mother. I'm in a single relationship, but I'm not a single mom. Get it right. Y'all need to get that terminology right. Y'all not right about that. Single woman.
So you're a single
mom.
You're a single woman, but not a single mom.
Because my kids' fathers is active.
So let me ask you a question: would your children benefit from having a man and a woman in the house, or just you in the house?
No, you don't have to be in the house for that to be. Did your daddy leave you or something? Like, did he not come? But what?
I'm an orphan, first of all, so you don't know my situation. I'm talking about y'all. So if people are living, all right, so don't talk like that. So what I'm saying is, if people are growing up in the household, would it be better to have a man?
Don't do that.
Would it be better to have a man and a woman in the household?
No.
Were you in a household? Did you grow up with your father?
I feel like this.
Did you grow up with your father in the household?
Look, I feel like this. I feel like if you have both parents in your house and they're both there to guide you and do all that, much respect to that situation. But that situation is not ideal all the time, but it does not mean that it can't go copacetic in that.
I didn't say it was ideal all the time. I said, would it be better for the child in the household to have a man and a woman in the house with them growing up? Would you benefit more? Would you benefit more for having your dad in your life when you were growing up?
Like that. Well, you can still have your dad, and you can grow up with a
father being there.
We talking about in the household, like a regular family.
And you can still
like Crystal, like how you grew up. Crystal, you grew up in the household with both your parents.
Your mama could be a whole ass slut, but your daddy's still there with you.
You would bring up the crazy scenario.
So no.
A whole slut is not gonna get married out here. A whole slut is not gonna get married out here. First of all,
just decide she don't want him, and she ain't no slut. But your daddy's still there.
That don't even make sense. But see, even then, would it benefit the children for the dad being there still? Yes, it would. And you know it would. I don't even know why this is an argument.
Well,
no.
I don't even know why this is an argument. Having both your parents, just like you, the dad is in your kid's life, right? Yes. Most women don't have the dad in their life to help them. They're single mothers all the way.
Okay, so let me ask you this question.
Yes.
My daddy wasn't always there in my life.
Right. But that's what I'm saying. Don't you think your life would have benefited more from having your dad in your life?
No, because I had other men in my life.
We're not talking about other men. We're talking about your father.
No, it has everything to do with it. Everything to do with it.
So do you have girls? Do you have daughters?
Yes, I do.
Yes, she does.
So do you have multiple men around your daughters?
No.
Right. That's why. That's why your baby father is important, not multiple men in your daughter's life.
Personal choice. It's a personal choice.
I'm not talking about a personal choice though. We're talking about what benefits the children. The children.
Was your dad in your life?
Not at first. No, not my mom either.
How did you the way you was or you is?
Me. I got to where I'm at to being me.
Okay. So your dad, your stepdad, nobody had no influence over that.
No.
So then that kind of goes against what you're saying about somebody having two parents. You just said you didn't have a mom and dad, and you grew up you got your college degree, you worked several jobs, you doing your community thing.
But don't you think I would have benefited with a family? Like, come on.
You don't never know what would have happened if you would have had both parents. You could be still in jail and grow up with both parents.
I'm not denying that. But do you agree that you have the best shot as a child with both a father and a mother in the household?
No.
No?
No.
You don't have the best shot?
No.
So you have a better shot with just living with your mom? That don't even make no sense. Wait,
hold on. You know why I say no?
Why?
Nigga can like be a sperm donor. It takes a man to step up and be a dad.
Right. So don't you feel like you would be benefiting if you had a dad in your life? Not a sperm donor, as you would call it. A father, a dad.
That's just what I said.
So being in a single parent household is not the best situation. A better situation will be with a dad and a mom that care about you, right?
And I stand on you wrong.
How? What am I wrong? How does that make me wrong?
Because you're using your own.
How am I using my situation when that's not my situation?
I'm sorry you went through what you went through, but that's not everybody's situation.
That's not my situation. What you talking about?
Well, I don't know, because like you doing some shit like, look, my dad was my dad, but I had a stepdad too, and look at me. So I don't care what you talking about. Like my dad and my stepdad contributed.
But it was still a man there. We're talking about the ones that don't have a man there. What about them?
Every situation is different. Like every situation is different.
So y'all think the community is doing just fine right now?
Yes.
You do?
I feel like.
Well, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not in the community like that, so I can't answer that question. I'm not in the community as I should be, but I can't answer that question.
So you can answer that.
I don't know what the community is doing right now.
You feel like the community is doing just fine?
No, I feel like the community can do better. But look, we had a father festival with DCFS. We had a father festival like 2 weeks ago, and we had. They showed up that wasn't biological dads, that was biological dads, stepdads, dad figures that was there in these kids' life in LA County, that's in this system, and I think beautiful. So what you said?
I agree to that. Black men been stepping up, but that's not what I'm talking about. I said community, our community. So your take is our community is doing just fine. I said togetherness. I said coming together. Even in businesses, even in everything.
Are you really out there in the community?
Yes, I'm out there in the community. I'm out here in the community.
So what you doing in the community? Because I can tell you some stuff like, okay, so
I work with children. That's what I do in the community. Okay,
okay, that's great.
Right.
But Nipsey and his partners, they came up with this whole thing with like creating this space where it's like all the people in the community where like you can like have this business space and operate your space.
Well, see, I don't have the resources that they have. When I get those resources, I'm gonna do all of that.
You don't have to
right now. You do have to have resources.
No,
I'm involved. I'm deeply involved in the community. So why haven't you done it? Why haven't you done it?
Because that's not my lane. Put you up
everybody don't.
So
everybody
what I'm
don't
saying is,
do
how do you know what?
community
How
stuff
you know
or-
my efforts? How do you know
That's the
my
thing.
efforts and what I'm doing is not? You know what I'm saying? It's something that's important.
I don't think that's what she said. I don't think
She's
that's
asking
what
me
she
what
said.
am I doing? I'm doing a lot.
And granted, you do. Like no one is taking that away from you. But what she's saying is you can't perceive everything from your point of view or your perception. You have
It's
to
my
be
podcast.
open-minded
I can
and
do what I
listen.
want to. First of all, it's a podcast. I'm talking about what I want to talk about. Two, I agree, but this is why we're talking. To get different perspectives. To get different perspectives. I want to get your perspective, and I'm gonna give you mine.
You gonna edit out some stuff.
It's live. This is live. This is live. There ain't no
Okay, well,
editing
then I
out
ain't got
shit.
nothing else to say,
There's
because,
nothing
like,
edited.
You've been editing out a whole lot of stuff.
I ain't gotta edit nothing. This is live.
Like, bro,
You can turn
like, I
on
know you
TikTok
been
right
editing.
now. This is live. You can turn on YouTube right now. This is
Okay,
live.
so,
There's
like,
no
hit me
editing.
up. If you want to, like, do something for the community, hit me up. That's all I got.
All right. I hear you. I'm listening. But I'm more involved in what you think I am.
I wasn't saying. I was just saying, as far as you can discuss whatever you want on your podcast. Is your podcast. You have that right. But when you ask someone a question and they're giving you their opinion, like you have to be open minded to listen to their opinion, even if you don't agree.
This is what the podcast is for. I want your opinion, but I'm gonna give you my opinion. We don't have to agree. We could agree to disagree, but I can't. Our opinion is your opinion. Don't have to be my opinion. It's my opinion, just like it's her opinion.
You're right.
You trying to
My
police?
opinion is my opinion, so that's where I stand with it, and I ain't trying to like disrespect your podcast, but that's just my opinion. And,
I feel you.
like, you know, I've been around these streets for a long time, so like,
I mean, at least I'm talking about it. So I mean, that's a start. I'm on a public platform right now doing it. So I'm at least talking about people coming together. I'm talking about fixing the community. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm doing something.
When you talk about it, be about it. And that's all
Well,
I'm
when
about.
I get the bread and I get the resources, I will be about
You
it.
don't need no money. You don't.
Well, I got other stuff I'm doing right now. So, but
you don't need no bread, no money. And God, you don't. But
yeah,
if you
you
like
do.
You do. Money, no, you don't. You don't. But if you feel like
so, what is some things I could do without money?
Okay, well, I mean, like, that's what I was trying to get to you about, but like, I'm cool on that. Like, I'm really cool on that.
All right, that's what I'm saying.
Already,
it's not much you can do without money. That's my point.
Okay.
Yeah. It's not. You need resources. You need finances.
You do, but you gotta be willing to listen and accept. Like, and that's not what you want. You ain't been on that the whole time. So, like, I'm cool. Like, it's good.
That's fine. I mean, this is my point. This is my whole point. You trying to tell me to do something, but now you got an opportunity to tell me, and then you don't want to do it.
No.
So
we good.
just be cool.
We good.
That's fine.
No, we good.
It doesn't make no sense.
I heard you. Like, yeah, I heard you. Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, I appreciate you guys coming on. We've been on here for a minute, so I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream now. But yeah, I'll get at you guys another time. Appreciate you guys coming on. You guys want to shout out anybody or anything?
No, just everybody that's listening and being supportive, and to say that we can all agree to disagree. Everybody's not gonna agree on everything, but to be open-minded and at least listen to where the person is coming from.
Yep, I agree.
That's not shouting nobody.
Totally agree. Yep, I totally agree. And it ain't about just like where I'm from, it's about the people. Public servant for 20 plus years. Mm-hmm.
For sure. Well, I appreciate you guys. I'll talk to you later. Deuces.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
See ya. So yeah, so this is the JR Love Show. If you've been listening, a lot of stuff going on. So we had a phone call from Crystal and Lily. They just gave us some insight and some perspectives. So my whole thing is about togetherness and us coming together to build a stronger community, building more generations, having more families, you know. So I appreciate you guys for watching, and until next time, we are gone. I'm in it to win it, I'm in it, I'm in it, I'm in it to win it, I'm in it, I'm in it, I'm in it to win it, I'm in 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 it to win it, yeah. In it to win it, I'm in it, I'm in it, I'm in it to win it, I'm in it, I'm in it, I'm in it to win it, I'm in it, I'm in it, I'm in it to win it, yeah. I'm in it to win it, yeah. Yes.